crawl, walk, run. It's important not to miss any of these steps because if you go from crawling to running, you likely won't have the proper form in your run because you haven't learned how to walk. The same thing happens in WFM deployments. It's so common that we'll have people come to us and ask for demand forecasting without even having the rest of the WFM stack in place. Meaning you don't have schedule, you don't have time capture, and you don't have compliance in place. So if you're missing out on the fundamentals, this would be the equivalent of going from crawling to running. You can't have accurate demand forecasting or labor assignment if you don't have the underlying components of clear schedules, clear time capture, and clear compliance rules. Because if you're just forecasting without compliance or without information on people's actual times or actual hours, you're creating an ideal forecast. The reality when the rubber hits the road is you have to make sure that you have enough people from your staff or from your work pool to be able to actually meet the demand forecast. And not only that, you need to have people that can work in a compliant way. You can't assume that someone can work every single day of the week for the same number of hours if you have a working hour limit per day, per week, consecutive working days, consecutive working hours. A lot of these things need to be taken into account. So your compliance, your scheduling, your time capture with your actuals, all these things are foundational underpinnings before you can start having an accurate demand forecast. So if you just jump directly to demand forecasting without having the cohesive underlying stack, you're going to end up running with poor form. Or in other words, your demand forecast will not be as helpful as it should be because it won't map to a realistic attribution to your employees and your compliance within your organization. So don't just go from crawling to running. Make sure you have the foundational components of walking within your WFM. Have all the underlying components, schedule, time capture, and compliance. And then afterwards, incorporate demand forecasting and incorporate intelligence and reporting on the extremities of that stack.